So I'm going to be checking out this video that got recommended on my channel for YouTube, and it's the most toxic woman ever. So obviously there have been a lot of toxic women throughout, like, all cartoons, movies, games, everything else, but there's none other than the most toxic one being Mary Jane. And honestly, people have seen the different speculations between, like, the shows of Spider-Man, the games, the movies, how they're seeing how she is as a person. And I think they say that the most toxic one out of all the MJs has to be the one from this show, which is Spider-Man, which I've only seen a little bit, but I definitely loved it. But I think it, like, there's a big insight of her in this show, but I don't know. Well, let's see what this person has to say about the most toxic woman ever.
Will you marry me?
Let's see.
Mary Jane!
Oh,
I
yeah.
expressed my love for Spider-Man in my previous video. But what I didn't tell y'all is there's one character from the Spider-Verse that I absolutely despise. Solely because of how much they put
That's
Peter
hilarious.
Parker through. It's not any diabolical evildoers like Green Goblin, Carnage, or worst of all, the Wall. But possibly
The
worse,
Wall.
Mary Jane Watson from the 2000.
Alright, hold on. That's insane. Like, I didn't know that there were, like, these villains that were, like, so goofy, quirky, and everything else. Like, there's one that, like, does, like, one content creator was saying he was doing, like, a freaking fetal position like that, and his name is, I think, Ricochet or something like that, that he just does that position and he's, like, bouncing around and fights Spider-Man. There's also another villain that's, like, a big wheel, and the name is Big Wheel, and there's a brick wall. Like, what kind of goofy villains are created in the Spider-Man universe that I haven't seen? Because we have goats like Kraven the Hunter, Venom, Carnage, Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, what's it called, Chameleon, Morbius, and all these other characters. And then you have the goofy ones. What the hell? Like, I want to see a show that has all the goofy villains and what they would do to fight Spider-Man and win, because that would be freaking amazing. I mean, we got it with DLC, not DLC, we got it with DC with their random villains. I want to see the random villains for Spider-Man in this realm.
2002 Spider-Man movie. You're probably wondering why. What did she do that could be so bad? Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm going to go through every toxic and manipulative thing she did to Peter Parker. And not just him either, but all the men she was with. And by the end of the video, you'll finally understand why she's the most toxic woman ever.
Alright, give us the lore, give us the background as to why she is the most toxic woman.
First, I'm gonna start it off with the original Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 1. You would expect this, being the first movie, for it to be a little more calm, but no. She's a bad person. So first thing we see from her is that she stops the bus for Peter. You know, very nice act, you know, selfless act. And you realize she's dating the bully. And that pretty much negates any act of kindness she does for Peter or anybody else who gets bullied by him. And it's like, oh, maybe she doesn't know. No, she knows. He does it right in front of her, and she doesn't care. You think a little, Flash, stop. It's gonna do anything?
No.
After Peter gets his powers, we find out she doesn't have the best of dad, so makes total sense now. And Peter being...
Yeah, and that was the most craziest thing, that she was living in a place that was so freaking bad. Like, you would hear the screaming, the fighting, and everything else. And I'm like, is this actually true? Is, like, in the comics, does she actually have, like, this functional household? Because, bro, that would suck.
The good guy that he is, you know, he just tries to chop it up with her to cheer her up a little. And it was working too. I mean, look at the face. You could tell she was falling.
And then she turned tail and went to the car.
Or not. And eventually she breaks up with Flash on graduation day of too, which is, yo, that's ruthless. That's like the equivalent to telling your grandma she has cancer on her birthday. That's wild, but I can't lie, that's not the worst thing she's even done yet. Because then she gets with Peter's best friend, Harry. But
and then we see how this relationship went, bro.
She does not care about him at all. So first thing she does is let Peter know that she's dating his best friend. And then she tells Peter, we should go out for lunch sometime. Don't tell Harry.
Double play,
okay?
bro.
Kinda
Double play.
Really sus, but it's not cheap. I don't think people realize how messed up this kiss is. Okay, so one, she doesn't know the dude, so she doesn't know it's Peter. So as a viewer,
she's just like saying thank you for saving me from almost getting assaulted.
She's cheating on Harry. And three, she doesn't know the dude again.
Exactly.
That's nasty.
That would be
This is all to say
three.
thank you 'cause
Three
he
people
saved
she's
her
playing
once?
with.
You're telling me the
Spider-Man,
homeless dude I
Peter,
gave money to
and
yesterday
Harry.
should be trying to make out with me just because I gave him $1? And the worst part about this is that right before this, she was still flirting with Peter, so it seemed like she was gonna cheat regardless.
Oh
Peter asked
my
how her and
God.
Harry were doing. She said, "Why so interested?" Like, and the most messed up part is there is not an ounce of remorse in her face. We don't
No.
get to see her reflecting on her actions. If anything, she's
I mean,
open about how much
you
she
kinda
loves
could see
Spider-Man.
remorse
She was
in
on
the
phone with
second
Harry
one.
talking about,
He's just incredible. Like, so incredible. But anyways, I gotta go to bed.
With the bed bugs.
Bro, the freaking moment of cuckery, bro. Here was the freaking moment of cuckery. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have the freaking sound. Here it is. You're a cuck. You're a cuck. Bro, Harry got cucked hard based on the fact that they were dating and then starts playing with Peter and they're flirting and everything else, and then she gets almost like assaulted, killed. I don't know what the hell was gonna happen. And then gets saved by Spider-Man, and then plays with his emotions, not knowing that it's Peter. And then obviously, then she goes on with the fact that after they kiss, starts saying, "Oh my gosh, like he is like the best superhero," and I could tell you a whole bunch of stuff. And then Harry as the cuck is listening everything. Oh goodness, bro. That's a yikes right there.
like, Harry did not catch a break. Next thing that happened is that he walked in on Peter pretty much risen up his girl. And again, I gotta backtrack. Mary Jane came talking to Peter, who she knows for sure at this point. If she doesn't know, she's just who she knows for sure likes her. She came to him to talk about how much she loves Spider-Man while still dating Harry. And look how happy she is to talk about this. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm glad Goblin
She's
kidnapped her, 'cause
delusional.
She deserved at least a little bit of bad karma for this. I don't even know how she survived this whole situation. Her forearm strength must be insane. Look at that catch. Look at it. And then by the end of the first movie, when her and Harry
It's a
are broken
superhero
up, she
movie. They all got
decides the best place for
superpower.
her to confess her feelings to Peter is at Harry's dad's funeral. Wow. Standing ovation. We're off to an amazing start.
Oh man.
So at the end of the first movie, after Mary Jane confessed her feelings to Peter, he pretty much told her, "I gotta do my own thing since I'm Spider-Man, but you don't know that, so I just gotta do my own thing." So the first time we see her is at Peter's birthday party with her, Harry, and Peter, which is like, probably so awkward. I don't think I'd be able to do it. And Mary Jane starts this movie off hot. I cannot hold you. This is the most toxic she's ever been. So first thing she does is go up to Peter and try forcing him to confess that he loves her. She was busting out all the stops, the face touch, the eye contact, and she almost got him too. She had my boy Peter saying,
Oh boy, yeah.
MK Ultra, that was a manipulation. But Peter,
But oh my gosh, dude, the manipulation that she does in this, like now realizing this, like, and as an adult, like, yes, as a kid you're just like being like, oh, like Mary Jane, Peter, obviously that's the connection that they go with, like the comics, the movies, the games, everything, it goes with that. But when it came to growing up and seeing these movies again, it showcases how freaking terrible these people are.
held it down and didn't say a word. He didn't confess any feeling. And I know this got her tight. Look at her face. And right after, she does one of the most petty things I've ever seen in cinema history. She
I'm going out with
immediately walks
someone.
away and says, "By the way, I'm seeing somebody," and just sits there and waits for my boy Peter's reaction. Do
Yeah.
you know how messed up that is? Like, let that happen to me. I might just
I woke up Chris Breezy.
So in this
Oh
movie,
my
Mary Jane's an
gosh,
actress,
no.
so, you know, she has plays and stuff, and she really wanted Peter to go to hers. But you know, Spider-Man stuff comes
Oh,
up.
yeah,
and
this
Peter
scene.
wasn't able
This
to
scene
make
was
it.
so
And MJ, well, she took this to the heart, because next time she sees Peter, you know what happens? She agrees to get married to the dude just to get back at Peter. You know how
Oh my gosh. And also, I wanted to know, how long did they meet? Has it been a year? Has it been months? Has it been, I don't know. How much is the time frame? Because obviously, if you're, let's say you're dating and it goes on for like a year, and then from a year you want to go marry. What the hell? Like, bro, you don't even know the person at all.
messed up this is to Peter and to the guy she's with. He's just an innocent bystander who's getting in the way. Like, she's just using the man. There's that scene where she tells him to lay a certain way so she could kiss him and pretend like she's kissing Spider-Man.
And
Pretty
she
much
has the
confirming that
flashback.
She's still thinking about Spider-Man and Peter while with this dude. Then later in the movie, she's telling Peter again, you love me. Just say it. You love me. And when Peter tells her no, she's like, kiss me.
Yes.
Go ahead, kiss me. Mind you, she's...
This scene pissed me off. I now understood it. Like, I saw this again and I was like, bro, she pisses me off. She was literally freaking coming forceful with the confession, saying, Peter, you know you like me, and I'm gonna get the answer out of there. But
still engaged to the dude. The ring is literally right there. They show it in the shot. Then she gets kidnapped again. And after Peter comes to save her and he convinces Doc Ock that he's good again and all this stuff, the whole place starts collapsing on them. And Peter's holding it up by himself, the whole place. And she's under him. And she has the audacity to say, you do love me. Get out the way! And at the end of the movie, after they do all this loving,
I love that. What is he swinging on?
She does one of
Nobody
the most messed
knows.
up things I've seen in my life. So at this point, we know the guy she's married to, Jameson, she doesn't love him. We know that. She's in love with Peter. So a normal person would call off the wedding and just get with Peter. But Mary Jane, since she's an actress and she wants to be in this fantasy world where she gets to be dramatic as hell and
she wants to be the main
she
character.
waits to the day of their wedding and then just runs away to Peter, probably leaving the dude with years and years, and I'm talking years of emotional damage like that.
Yep. Let me showcase that. Hold on.
She waits to the day of their wedding and then just runs away to Peter, probably leaving the dude with years and...
Yo, that is pain. That is pain. Yikes, dude. That is... Bro, this man did not deserve to get sewed up like that at the wedding day. Oh, goodness. I hope this man, like, gets, like, a good ending.
Years, and I'm talking years.
Even though we don't see him in the
damage. Like,
next...
that man is DTB for life. He ain't trusting no one. And
next
by
movie.
the end of this movie, she confesses to Peter again, and she pretty much says they'll be together no matter what. Him being Spider-Man, him being Peter Parker, it doesn't matter. They're gonna get through it all together. And if you watch the third movie, you know that's cap.
Yep. Oh boy, yeah.
From a cinematic standpoint and from the Mary Jane standpoint, this is probably the worst one. Still my favorite. So at the beginning of this movie,
No, dude. Freaking Spider-Man 3 is the best movie ever. I don't care what you say. I freaking loved it. I don't know when the hell that movie came out, but kid version of me, when I watched it with my parents, my mom and my dad, we literally went to go watch it on the day that, like, the week that it was coming out. I was so excited to watch it. I saw the poster. It had the symbiote Spider-Man and the regular Spider-Man looking at each other, like, through that that frame from the building, the window frame. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I saw this whole movie. Obviously, I didn't understand the first part of it, which was obviously the acting scene. But when I saw the fight scenes, when I saw the characters that were being in there, like, I was like almost doing my type of research of, like, saying what villains did they showcase. And they said it was going to be Sandman, Carnage, Venom, all these other characters. And when I saw those, I was like, yo, my hype is there. And I watched it and I loved it, and I still love it to this day. It's freaking that amazing. Do not freaking disagree with me.
Mary Jane's still an actress, but now she's like big, like Lizzo, fame-wise. And her and Peter are truly in love now. Like, nothing could go wrong. Peter was even ready to get engaged and everything. But then, you know, it's Mary Jane, so nothing could ever be normal in a relationship. She gets fired, which wasn't her fault, okay? That's normal. But normally people who get fired don't start to envy their partner. Because that's exactly what Mary Jane does. She starts to get mad at Peter for being Spider-Man. When in the last movie, she literally just accepted that he was Spider-Man and there are things that come with being Spider-Man. So now she's jealous? But let me slow down. I'm not gonna act like Mary Jane
gets
is
delusional.
Peter was tweaking in this movie. He really kissed Gwen Stacy in a crowd full of people, knowing his girlfriend is right there. Like, he just said bye to her a second ago. And
Hey, but that's revenge. That's revenge for literally going to the fact from the last movie that she was kissing and flirting with the spaceman freaking John Jameson. I forgot his name. Like, he's that character that he's there, but that's revenge play right there.
He still kissed her in front of everyone. And I thought he would apologize. I honestly did, but he just said, oh, that's just a girl from class.
But
This
it's
man's
his
the worst
ego
gaslighter on the
also.
planet. Mary Jane is still an L though, because when she was mad at Peter, she had the audacity to tell him that's our kiss. When she was doing the same thing in the last movie with her fiance.
Exactly.
Mary Jane eventually actually forgives
It's
Peter,
a
not
play
being
on
petty at all.
words.
She comes to him saying she wants to be there for him, and she knows he made a mistake, and she forgives him. And like I said,
There you
Peter
go.
was tweaking this movie. He literally hits her with a, okay, I don't need your help. And since Peter was being so rude to Mary Jane, she thought that the only way to get back at him was to go back to her
With
old
Harry.
ways. So she cheats on him with Harry.
I woke up Chris Breezy.
I would say I
Oh
didn't see
my.
this coming, but she cheats on someone in every single Spider-Man movie. She is literally 3 for 3. And now Peter comes to apologize to her.
3 for 3.
This is so toxic. He starts saying he loves her, and she's like, no, we can't be together. No, no, no.
There's someone else. I've fallen in love with someone else.
I woke up Chris.
But it turns out it was Harry who was behind it all, and he just wanted to demoralize Peter. But she did actually cheat though. That was real. So now to
Yep.
get back at MJ, yeah, back and forth.
Bro, this
He
back
takes
and
Gwen
forth
Stacy to the
cheating
bar
was
with MJ. He
hilarious.
just starts dancing with her. Definitely the most cringe sequence in the movie. Gwen Stacy honestly
I
deserves
thought it was so
much better
confusing
in
what the
every
fuck was
single
going on
movie.
in
If
this.
It's not her back getting broken or her best friend dying. It's this. And I know I made that Chris Breezy joke a second ago, but Peter actually slaps her.
Oh my god, dude, no!
Eventually, again, Mary Jane gets kidnapped, and again, she saves herself. I'm telling you all that forearm strength, and both of her
It's a
exes
superhero
team up
movie.
to stop the villain.
They're just
Harry dies, but I guess
overpowered.
She chose the right one. So the movie ends with Peter and MJ, I guess, forgiving each other or something. I don't know. It's pretty vague. They just kind of hold hands and smile.
Hug.
And I could presume they lived happily ever after. As y'all can see, though, the 2002 MJ is clearly the most toxic woman ever. But
Yeah, but like honestly, like we don't know what the heck happens next because in Far From Home, or no Way Home. Crap, dude, I freaking hate the fact that Far From Home and then No Way Home is almost like the same tangent of it, but it's not. It's the freaking, oh my gosh, dude. They should have just literally named Far From Home something else because, dude, I can't. My head is spiraling. I don't even know which one is which. But No Way Home, like, he's literally talking to Doc and saying, how's life and how's everything? He's like, going well, one step at a time. I don't know, does that indicate, like, his relationship with MJ, like, in the future? Because it's, like, the future tense of Peter. He's getting there step by step. Like, yes, he's still doing his Spider-Man job, but they're taking the pieces to it, like, to get where they're at. I don't know.
it's not just her. All Mary Janes are like this. There's a 1994 MJ. She was crazy. She literally jumped off a building so Peter could prove that he loved her. And then there was that one time she got sent to another dimension and she eventually came back, but it turned out that wasn't her. That was a water clone, which makes sense because the bitch wasn't crazy. The real MJ actually got remarried in the other dimension.
Oh
to a
yeah,
dude named
this
Paul.
one.
They forgot about Peter Parker. Then there's the new MJ, Zendaya, who I wasn't gonna mention at all, but as I was recording this video, the trailer for her new movie came
Oh
out.
my god, no, bro. Do not go with this. Oh my god, of course you're gonna pull the freaking card. Bro, it's not the Spider-Man universe. This is outside. Literally, the two actors, I don't know, they... This is not even cheating. It's not even cheating at all. They're actors. They're gonna take other roles, so no shit, it was gonna happen. Like we saw Zendaya kiss two other actors in a movie or a show, and then obviously what's it called? Tom Holland literally gets he gets back shots in a club. So I don't know if this is gonna get shown.
Clearly, she's the worst one of all. I really thought she was super innocent, but no, she was getting tag teamed in that trailer.
Oh my goodness. It's not the Spider-Man universe. It's just the meme.
Mary Jane being a thought has to be a canon event. My condolences go out to Tom Holland. As I said earlier though, MJ is the most toxic woman in the universe. My fellas watching this, try to avoid women like this. Because even if you give them the world, the second they go to another dimension, they'll leave you for a guy named Paul. And moral of the story,
Well, I learned that obviously that she's just terrible, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, MJ is just a terrible human. Goodness gracious. Well, we learned something that even throughout this whole run of me growing up and watching Spider-Man and me liking it, I did not see the big picture of the toxic woman, and also the stuff about that she went through another dimension, Lordy made a life, and and ruined people's lives in the trilogy of Tobey Maguire. That's crazy. Toxic. Blah, blah. Toxicity is a plague, and that thing is everywhere. You just gotta be careful who you meet. Yikes.